And I was talking to her about this story, and she was like, you keep laughing, but you're not telling me a funny story.
Wow.
And I was like,
wait, that's so good.
I like feel like I could cry, but
hey, it's Morgan, and welcome to season 2 of Permission Podcast. This season, we're not playing it safe. We're not editing the truth to make it easier to swallow. We're not shrinking it, softening it, or wrapping it up with something more acceptable. This season is where we say it, even when it's uncomfortable, when it changes us, and even when it costs us. Because the truth is, the version of you that everyone understands is usually the version that's been filtered. And I'm not interested in that anymore. This season is about unlearning the rules you didn't realize you were following. The ones that told you who to be, how to love, how to show up, how much you want. It's about taking your voice back, your standards back, and your identity back. Fully, unapologetically, in real time. We're talking about the things people feel but don't always say out loud, desires, boundaries, relationships, identity, power, the messy middle of becoming someone new, not the polished version of it, the real one. So if you've been feeling that quiet pull, like something in your life doesn't quite fit anymore, this is your space. Not to become someone else, but to come back to yourself. This is Permission Podcast. And I'm so glad that you're here. If your name's Morgan, put your hand up in the air. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Permission Podcast. I am so excited for our guest today because it's another Morgan. Yay. Why have one Morgan when you can have two? So on today's episode, we have Morgan Ondree. Say that right?
Yep, you did.
And she's just my whole life right now. She's my whole life. Today's conversation is with Morgan, who has had an true, honest impact on how I show up, not just online, but in my life. And I would literally trust you with my entire, like everything. And I think that's important to say first, because this isn't just about branding or websites or strategy. This is about really identifying like who you are as a person. And I think you have helped me unravel and unreal who I am on so many levels. I mean, we've been working together for a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, Morgan, what do I do? Help me. You just do such a great job on how to help me actually show up in a way that matches who I actually am. Because there's, one way to be one thing online, but who you are in person. And so Morgan is a brand strategist and web designer and the founder of Wild Powerful. But the way she works, y'all, it's so not service. Good. So not surface.
Good.
She doesn't just make things look good. She makes them make sense. Oh my God, yes. And she helps you take what's in your head, what's in your life, and what you're trying to express and turn it into something that actually lands. See, she doesn't let you hide. I'm like, good. Girl. And that's what this conversation is about and why it matters so much. Because a lot of people have built things that look right, but they just don't feel like them and they're not connected to them. And today we're going to talk about what it actually looks like to build something that feels like you and shows up that way too. Morgan, thanks so much for joining today.
Hey, Morgan.
It's really become a weekend event. So
I know. Listen, when you said, do you want to be here? I'm like, absolutely, yes.
No hesitation.
Yeah, no hesitation.
I was just like, okay, well, you can stay at my house. Here's some makeup art. Like, mind you, we have never actually met in person.
Crazy.
Until this weekend. And honestly, when I say like I would trust you with my whole life, it's really hard for women to trust another woman or feel like they are so held and supported. But girl, you have been holding it down for me. So I really hope that you feel that too. Or like,
oh, it's been such a pleasure to work with you. And like, that's why immediately I was like, yeah, of course. Like, what else would I be doing?
I'll go to this stranger's house. Sure, no problem.
Like, I had like just a second of like, is this a good idea? Immediately, yeah. It's like, why not?
I have that effect on people. I'm just playing. And so I have quite a few questions for you because I feel like this is actually untalked kind of territory. We are in such a world of creativity and creative direction and designers and graphic design, and a lot of businesses are booming because of the way that they look. Yeah. But you do such an amazing job in connecting the pieces of humanity and having them be understood in a way where this brand or this person doesn't have to show up or perform to
Yeah.
be the thing that they're selling. They are the thing, and you do such a great job of transcribing that visually.
Thank you.
Like a master.
Thank you.
So one of the questions that I have is, what does it actually mean for someone's life and presence to match?
I like to think about it like when you are going over someone's house and like you can see, you either go to like a sterile house where it looks like nobody lives there, or like it's perfectly curated to the point of it looks like you're like, you could take a picture and put it on Pinterest, right? But you don't have any clue who this person is. Or when you go over to someone's house and you see these cute little like knickknacks that maybe they got from on vacation, or like just really interesting things together, and like how to merge those things where you know someone lives here. And I think about that in a brand and like in a business. You want to know that there's someone on the other side, like there's a soul there.
Yes.
And so I think when you're merging those two things together, it's important to like actually get to know the person. And I work with a lot of personal brands. And so I do want to know a little bit more about you because that's what people want to know on the other side. So it's not something that I think I learned in school or like anything like that. It's just, I'm a feeler. And so when I sit with someone or like sit with a client, I want you to know that I'm seeing you not just as a business or like dollars, or I want you to know that I'm seeing you as a person. And so how are we going to bring those things together?
Now, before we dive in, how you got into your current career, can we start there a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So, geez, what a story. Okay, so I went to school for branding and like fashion design. And like most people who study that, I went immediately into like corporate finance. So like the complete opposite. Yeah, complete opposite. And I hated every second of it, of course. And then I ended up like working for the federal government. Again, I'm continuing to do the right thing, like get a good job and like be successful. But I hated it. And it was hard for me. And so I was like scrolling online one day. I ended up seeing someone who was talking about web design. So I followed her, and it was like everything in me kind of like lit up. I was like, I think I can do this. And like at the time, I was so depressed, if I'm being honest. Like I was looking for something to like light me up. And yeah, that's how I kind of like got into it. But as I grew as a business, I knew like exactly the type of person that I wanted to work with.
Yeah.
So I don't have a niche per se where it's like, oh, I only work with coaches or whatever. But I knew exactly the type of woman I wanted to work with. And that helped me actually name my business. It's like a woman who is a little bit wild and isn't afraid to like be that and say that. And like, yeah, I am a mom and like I have all these like other qualities, but I am also a person and I'm a powerful person. And I want all of my clients to feel like that whenever we talk. And like, you don't have to hide that from me.
Yeah. So not that money is like the biggest factor. I'm assuming that it's not one of your biggest factor power moves. However, when you decided to stop working in the corporate world and start working in design again, something that you're actually passionate about, did you notice your income increase?
Oh, for sure. And I was making great money. Let me just say that. Like I was making great money. But there is something that happens when you really lean into what you're supposed to do. And there has never been a time, like my grandmother used to say this to me all the time, like money comes to me easily and effortlessly.
Yes.
And like I used to say that even as like a little kid, like,
oh my gosh, okay,
I'm repeating
Grandma.
that. Yeah. And so I hear that all the time. And like, so I never am thinking about money. I'm thinking about how am I going to really dive into whatever this passion is, and the money will come. And it's not, I always say like, it's none of my business to like figure out how the money's going to come.
Yeah.
I just need to have the idea. I need to hold that vision. And then I need to like, whether it's work my ass off for it or really be serious about it. And so money's not it for me, but.
So back to branding and personal identity. Where do people disconnect themselves in branding?
It's always I'm not going to say always, but a lot of the time it's from seeing other brands, seeing other people, and it could be in your industry, someone that you even look up to. They see that and then feel that they're relating that to success. And so it's like, okay, I have to be this way in order to be successful.
Yeah.
And, or this person is doing it that way. They're successful, or they, got there quickly. So I'm going to follow this model. And that works to a point, but it doesn't work long term because that is not your identity. You're taking that from someone, and it becomes really difficult to grow. And so you can think of it like you're borrowing a friend's shirt, like you love it, you look good in it, but then it's not yours, and it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit the same. So yeah, I think that's definitely one thing where people just kind of like lose themselves and seeing like those models, and you just want it so badly that you want to like look like them. Yeah.
Look like them, be like them.
Yeah.
I can't actually tell you how many times I have, not in an obsessive or a like toxic type of way, but even using a woman that I admire as like a projection of like what could be for me.
Yeah.
So how do you have any advice for someone who wants to use someone as like a visual of like what could be for them without taking their identity and trying to make it their own?
That's like very tricky because naturally, I think as humans, that's just what we do. We like want to model. You find someone who you really like their content. But what really helps is really to write down who you want to be. But who you like, I would not suggest to like, oh, I want to be just like so and so.
Right.
To think about your higher self and then to script that out. I'm such a huge like scripter in my like personal life. I write down the identity that I want to be, whether that is like I used to like give an alter ego where I'm like naming my name that person. But I don't do that anymore. My alter ego is Morgan, and I go right ahead and start to write down exactly who this person is. Like, what are her nails like? What's her hair like? And just continue to kind of grow that story.
Yeah.
And then you really start to be able to play with who you want to be. There's nobody stopping you. So it's like nobody but you,
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think you should script it out.
Okay. I love that. So script out what the best version of you looks like, feels
the best
like.
version of you. And to write it in an I am statement. So not, oh, future me is XYZ. It's I am this person.
Yeah.
And then you're at that point, you're just stepping into that. I don't believe that you're going to like miraculously become someone new. Just every single day, you need to just make the decisions that will eventually get you there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Love, 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 love. What would you say happens to someone when they're building something that just looks good? Doesn't actually, they don't actually embody that look.
It becomes nearly impossible to sustain. Where you are enjoying the way people see you, but they're not seeing you. And so when you talk about, let's say, your offers, or when you talk about your business, there's a real disconnect, and it's like you're dead inside is what I like to describe it as. You just can't, there's no connection there.
Yeah.
And so that becomes really hard for you to grow as a brand, as a business, to convince people that they should follow you or want to really invest in you if you don't even, believe it yourself. So,
yeah. Oh my gosh. Been there.
Yeah.
And can so appreciate what you're saying. And I wish someone had told me then, like, hey, like, let's slow down and reconnect with yourself. Like, does this actually feel good? And I know you do such a good job at that. You've said it to me, like, let's look at these things. Let's see if it feels good for you and then take action. But let's actually like hop on a call.
Yeah.
Or, like before you take action, 1 second, please.
Yeah.
How did you step into your identity fully?
Ooh, that I feel like I could get emotional about that.
Let's do it if you're open to it.
Yeah, I was so lost for so long. And I think when I was younger, I performed a lot. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be like any young girl, and I felt as though I needed that in order for me to be happy. like I needed other people to like me, to see me, to, all of that. And as I got older, it became worse. Like it was in relationships, in friendships. I was always looking for some sort of outside validation from someone to tell me that, I'm funny or, whatever. And I had gone to therapy and I was talking to her about this story and she was like, you keep laughing, but you're not telling me a funny story.
Wow.
And I was like,
wait, that's so good.
I like feel like I could cry, and she's like, how often do you do that where you are like masking your emotions? And I'm like, probably all the time. I mean, all the time, because I don't want to make someone else uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. She's like, I want you to practice not doing that anymore. She's like, if you are feeling sad, if you're feeling upset, she's like, I want you to actually say that out loud, what the emotion is. And she's like, and then just see what happens after that. And I started to do that. And when I say things changed for me dramatically, like I was a lot more upset about things than I think I ever would be willing to admit.
Yeah.
And at the time I was in like a relationship that I wanted to be out of. And after I left that relationship and like really started to focus on me and like who I wanted to be. And I went through that like scripting process and I kept having these reoccurring dreams. And I would hear a knock at the door and I would go to like answer, but I would always wake up before I got there. And one night I had the same thing. I'm like, okay, here we go. I go downstairs. I'm expecting to not open the door.
Wait, this is a dream or this is real life?
This is a dream.
Okay.
Yeah, I am having this dream again. And I go down the stairs, I open the door, and it was me. And like when I woke up, I had this rush of like all of these feelings, like it was always you. And you just need to show up as yourself. And after that, I like really tried hard to be exactly who I wanted to be, like moving forward. So whenever I talk to a client and they're like, I feel like I already know you, I'm like, good. That's exactly what I want you to feel is when you're on my website, when you are experiencing me socially, you already feel like you know me. And yeah, I feel like that's how we connect the best.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a great story.
Oh,
Not even story, like a lived experience that you get to share when you obviously want to.
Yeah.
But that's so powerful, Morgan. I wish I would. Well, whenever you're ready to tell me.
Yeah.
What a perfect time.
Yeah.
But that was like really beautiful and transformative. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
And what would you say shifts for someone when they actually feel aligned?
Everything.
Feel free to use me as an example.
Yeah. That's funny that you say that because I have been waiting. I've been secretly waiting for this moment, right? Where when you actually get aligned in your business, in your brand, your offers become so much more clear. You know exactly what you want to talk about on a daily basis. You don't feel that even in your body, you don't feel that like, oh my gosh, I have to show up. I have to, make a reel. Like you don't feel that way anymore because you actually enjoy it. And it's something that you want to talk about. You want to show up in like an authentic way.
Yeah.
I feel like everything changes, honestly.
I can speak off of that too, because I'm in this phase where I'm like, I don't know, I should just burn it all down. And your permission for me to just be like, if you want to burn it down, you can, but like, these are the things that you actually have that are working. We just need to put them into an alignment. And like, if you're not willing to show up in that way, then maybe that's not what needs to happen.
Yeah. That's usually like the thing where it's, if someone has like parts of their business that everyone has parts of their business where it doesn't light you up, right? Like I don't love admin stuff, but like it has to be done. But it's not something where I feel like an adverse reaction to, and whenever that happens, it's like, okay, let me sit down and really evaluate what's going on here. Is it that I need help. It could
Yeah.
be like, you just need some help. But then if it's really something that's not connecting, it's okay to let it go.
There's a big difference between stepping in a room and just being another person in the room, or stepping in the room and feeling like you are a part of the room. And I think as women, especially queer women, we are sometimes lost in the identity of what the world thinks we're supposed to be as opposed to what we actually are. So I have created the WLW Collective, rooms where we can show up exactly as we are, connect with the women around us, have real conversations that leave us getting a new number, making plans the next week, and don't have you second guessing the decisions to leave your house. The WLW Collective is a space where you can show up exactly as you are, make real connections, real friends, and leave with a cup that is full.
And it's not a failure. It's something that you've learned and you're like, okay, I actually don't like this shit. Let's move on. Like,
you're done.
no one is like going to be like, oh, this is what you have to stick to. Like,
yeah.
And once you open yourself up to that idea that you can pivot and you can like try new things, I feel like everything just opens up.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you and I have connected so much in just the last couple days where
oh, for sure.
I always felt like you understood me, but I felt like I also needed to understand you.
Yeah.
In a sense that like, for this to truly work, not that it wasn't working, but for this to like, not only do I trust you, but like you've got to trust me in a sense as well.
Yeah.
And that alignment that has been happening over the last couple days, I'm like, okay, I could literally give you my life. What would you say that alignment looks like on the daily?
Oh, saying yes more. Like, I think there are lots of times where you got this little voice that's telling you, I want to do this. I want to do that. It would be cool if I did this. And you're always telling yourself like, no, it's not the right time. Maybe next time. When you start to actually align your business and your brand and just start to merge everything together, you'll tell yourself yes so much more. And like, even for me, for this trip, like I had a million reasons to be like, no, it's not the right time. Or, I have 2 kids. So it's like, oh, I need to focus on that. Or I was like, yeah, I do want to go. And I think it'll be fun. And, so that's how I like to align myself and my brand more by I'm telling women that I want you to be powerful. I want you to, choose the wild thing. That's okay.
Yeah.
But then if I'm always telling myself no, like who am I? I'm not living in an aligned way. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, say yes more, a lot more.
True story. I was going to go to a couple weeks ago. There's an event in Austin. It's called Wine Down Wednesday. And I don't do anything on the weekdays, right? And my friend hosts this event. You meet up and you just have like a glass of wine. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. And then an hour before, I'm like, I am not going. Yeah. I'm talking myself out of this. And Feluke was like, well, how can you tell someone else to come to your events and go to your events by themselves, but you can't do that? And I was like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
You're so right. And because I went to the event, I made so many connections.
Yeah.
So many people that I'm messaging now on Instagram, and I got out of my comfort zone. It's like a new character was unlocked.
Yes.
Because I said yes to myself, but not because I said yes to myself for anything. I said yes to an event that aligned with me and what I like and what I desire. But the only way I figured that out was identifying with my identity and like sticking to her.
Yep.
Which you have helped so much with.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm like, here's all the things about me. Can you help me?
I'm like, yeah, let's figure it out. I started going to these stranger dinner. I call them stranger dinners. That's not the actual title. But yeah, you like meet up with these strangers in your city and go out to dinner. And I started doing that. And like, first time I was like, what? I'm like I'm like, okay, I could just turn around and everything would be fine. I only told one person that I was doing this. So like, whatever. And I made so many connections and everything just kind of like, I'm like, actually, I can do this. And I think as women, especially, we hold ourselves captive so often. And it's like, why?
Why are we like that?
Why are we? Because I think, at least for me, a lot of it was thinking about, okay, if I become like too busy, then it could be like I'm not there for my kids as much as I like want to be, or, you know, will people like judge me for like always being out and about and like, but I am a mom. I thought about that so much. And I like really had to think about what type of example I wanted to show for my kids. And I'm always telling them like, you know, you can do anything. You can do, you know, everything that you set your mind to, really. I really believe that.
Yeah.
But if I'm always telling myself no, then I'm actually not like doing anything that I'm teaching, you know, I'm not being a good teacher.
And it's so simple to just literally just giving yourself permission to go do the thing, to be the thing, to show up as the thing. We make it so hard.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be. It should be fun and exciting. Oh, I'm trying a new thing. I'm doing this. I'm traveling there. Like, it should just be the norm.
It really should be. There's a clip from Housewives of Atlanta where it's like, who gonna check me, boo? It's like one of my favorite things.
Who gonna check me, boo? Okay.
And it's like, I have to ask myself that sometimes, where it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Who's
Ain't nobody gonna check me but me.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Clock it. What are people hiding behind when their brands look good but feel off?
Perfectionism. They're hiding behind just the fear of being seen, the fear of people not liking you, the fear of like, I think a lot of women especially will, I specifically only work with women. But I do think that a lot of it is just that fear of like being judged.
Yeah.
And like, you want to be seen as the most professional, most highest version of yourself, which I respect that. And I love that. But is that who you are right now? And it's okay to show someone that you're growing. It's okay to show someone that you're not always perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's how I feel, I guess.
Just be whatever season of life you're in.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And people respect that so much more. They feel connected. That's really how you build like a cult like brand, is by allowing people in. Yeah. And if you're always giving them this, you know, surface level version, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I know as the viewer, even as like the potential client, I am not getting it. It's like,
it's like, girl,
I've seen this show before.
Yeah. You're lying.
Right.
And it's not to say like maybe that person, like, I'm not hating on your happiness and your positivity, but also I know you're a real human.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm showing all of my moments online where I'm like crying and upset. It doesn't have to be any of those things.
Yeah.
Like, because I think there's a level of like vulnerability that you don't have to like, I feel like you need something for yourself. You know, I'm not one of those people who I'm online showing you every single second of my day. But you do know, like, you can feel my feelings, and I want someone to like feel that and know that. Yeah.
You do a really good job at it.
Thank you.
I'm just going to keep blowing sunshine up your booty today. I feel like we already answered this, but let me ask it again just to see if maybe the positioning of it is different. What does alignment feel like in real life?
It feels free. It feels lighter. It feels more clear. It's a feeling that you're excited about it. You're excited about your business again. You're excited about your brand, and other people feel that lightness. Like when you sit down with someone and you're like, I know you really love this. Or like, I know that, you know, you're the right person for me to like work with. Yeah. Because you feel it. It's a feeling for sure.
Almost like when you have this thing to offer, it actually feels like a service.
Yes. And then when you're not talking about it, it feels like you're doing a disservice. Yes. Like where, you know, you've got this great, let's say it's like a coaching session or whatever, you know, it can help someone. So you are going to, you know, give a little more.
You're like, you need this. I
You
know
need
you
this, and you
like
believe that.
Yeah, you believe the thing that you're giving because it is so worth it.
Exactly.
It's like easy to talk about.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Exactly.
What would you say to someone whose life looks good but doesn't feel good?
Let it go.
Ooh.
Let it all go.
What's that song? Let it all. Wait. No.
I was thinking Frozen.
But well, there's a song and it's like, let it all.
Oh, yeah.
How does it go, though?
I'm an
Help me
awful
out.
singer.
Same.
But
we can
you know,
do it together.
You got it.
What are the words?
It'll all work out. I think that's what.
Yeah.
It'll all work out. But yeah, I think just let it go. Like,
yeah,
it's not working. We invest time in something, even in relationships where you know he's not the right guy for you. And then you're like, okay, but maybe, or like,
he could be.
He could be. I wonder if I tell him this for the 80th time.
Let me just try to change him for 4 more years.
Exactly. And it's like, this isn't working. It's okay to let it go.
Yeah.
Because I always believe that once you do that, everything will start to like flood in. I really felt like that about my own life. And like, I was in a relationship for 10 years in that space where it looked good. We looked like a happy family, but inside, I used to drive home and cry in my car, like in the driveway.
Yeah.
And when you let those things go, it's like everything just starts to like align. And yeah, everyone's busy with their own life to like really judge what you've got going on.
I remember being with my son's dad and literally having a migraine every single day because I knew that relationship was not good for me. It was literally like deteriorating my body. Yeah. And it wasn't until I said something about it that I lost 30 pounds. My face was clear. I was making new friends. I was actually living for myself and my son instead of hoping that this man would change, would be better. And he wasn't doing it. So I had to make the decision for myself. Like, I actually no longer want this. Yeah. And I deserve better. I want my life. I know there's more for my life. And I had to just let it go.
Yep. And then you're so surprised how quickly stuff starts to align.
Yes.
Once you let the things go.
It's insane how, well, you said your grandma, her saying, can you say it one more time
money
for me?
comes to me easily and effortlessly.
Yes. It's so when you choose yourself, it's not just money. Yeah. It's happiness. It's joy. It's life. It's abundance in all aspects. Yes. All aspects. Yeah. When you choose yourself, when you are in full alignment with your true identity.
And it doesn't have to be so hard.
Yes. And it can change. Yep. It can change. You are going to up level at certain moments of your life too. And I think people forget that part.
Yeah. Because you just want to be the most perfect version of yourself in every stage, but that's not going to happen.
Life is going to keep life in, and you're going to continue to learn from the experiences of life.
Yeah. I like to think about like babies. You know how like when your baby's like first starting to walk and they're like falling down, or like bumping, they're not stopping. Like they're just going to go ahead and exactly. I'm going to get right back up and keep trying. And like, that's the beauty of life and like of everything. You can have like a really difficult time. Just don't give up on yourself and you're going to bounce back and it's going to be so much better every time. Yeah. Every time.
Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
This has been so heartwarming and just almost like bestie-like.
I love that.
Not saying anything. We do this fun thing at the end of every episode where we just kind of, it's not rapid fire, but you can answer quickly if like your answer is just like quick and easy. Yeah. This is say it even if it ruins the room moments.
Okay.
Do you think some people just don't have it when it comes to branding? I don't know why I'm laughing when I say that. Because I think the answer is
Yes, absolutely yes.
Oh my gosh.
Say it. I really think that it's not whether you have it or you don't. It's whether you're willing to work for it or not is what I have realized working with so many women in so many different levels of their business. It's, are you willing to actually do the work of what someone at the level that you're achieving or like trying to get to? Sometimes it can be a lot harder than you think. So it's, are you willing to do it? And not everyone has that in them.
Or they think they're ready. But when it comes to actually do the work,
then they're like, oh.
oh,
Yeah.
actually, never mind.
Exactly.
And that is the part that breaks the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do the work, you're going to stay exactly where you are.
Exactly
where you are.
Yeah.
What's a harsh truth most business owners need to hear about their brand?
It's not your logo or your color palette. It's the connection piece that's missing within the brand. So a lot of the time people will, they'll go for a rebrand and then it still doesn't connect. And it's because that piece is missing, whether that is their messaging is not connecting or the tone in which the brand operates isn't connecting. And so it's that piece. It's always that, I feel like.
Yeah.
Really.
Can you say that one more time for the people in the back?
It's not your logo. It's the connection that's missing.
I love it. And there's also, like, we kind of touched on this previous, is like, you will know when that piece isn't connecting because you will feel so disconnected and performative to try and share this thing.
For sure.
And in order for you to get past the hump, you have to decide, okay, am I going to continue to work on it and grow and become better and reveal like this best version of myself?
Yep.
Or am I just going to say, all right, I'm fine with where I'm at right now and experience no growth?
Yeah. And that's what it's about. It's, are you willing to grow with the brand or do you want to just stay where you're at? And if you are at that point where you're feeling like restless in your brand and in your business, it's time to move. And that's good. You should be doing that.
Yeah.
Branding is ever evolving. And so I think that more people need to be aware of that.
Yes. Especially with the social media, like it's going to keep changing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like going to keep changing so much. Okay. And do you believe that people are hiding behind strategy because they're scared to be seen?
I think that your strategy should also, as a personal brand, connect. So it needs to be both being seen and having a strategy behind it. So it's one thing to be like, you're getting online and you're sharing everything.
Yes.
But what's the point of that?
Yes.
Like there has to be some sort of strategy linked with being seen.
Right.
And so
where is it leading?
Where is this leading? And if you don't know, neither does your audience. So it's like, okay, well, I follow this girl. I'm not really sure what she does, but like I enjoy it.
But I like the way it looks.
But that never brings people to action.
Yeah. Like, what is the purpose?
Exactly.
Every time I'm posting something, there are times when I'm just doing it just for fun because it is,
of course.
Instagram is like your personal journal to your life. And it is like a privilege to share these things with people.
Yeah.
But also, it is the number one, statistically speaking, the number one location where businesses are converted.
Yes.
So how can you utilize that with today's trends?
Yep.
To, one, be seen so you're not being performative, and two, make an income for yourself and your family and your future family.
Yeah.
And there is such a big difference on you just showing up on social media or you being visible to people.
Yeah. And that's huge.
Yes.
The strategy has to be there behind you, like showing it off, you know? And once you have those things like aligned, then you're not even thinking about that fear of being seen. It's like, there's a purpose to this.
Yes.
And it makes it so much easier.
And it's okay if you're the purpose. It doesn't have to be like a whole thing behind it.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for being on today's podcast. Of course. For those listening, if today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe, hit the like button, and comment below. Morgan, what are ways that people can connect with you and learn more about what it is that you do?
Yeah, so you can find me on Wild Powerful Studio on Instagram. That's where you'll find all the fun things that my business is about. And then also on wildpowerful.com is ways that we can work together either through brand strategy or visual branding or web design.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being on today's episode.
Thanks for having me. And thanks for having me in Austin.
The Morgans unite.
It's been wonderful.